Hey guys, how you doing? Hi, Graham. Leaftown, good to see you. While we're waiting for everybody to arrive, if they got these offset time thing right, um, questions or comments on anything? Hi, Don. Good to see you. I guess our heads are still an hour earlier, so find out. Hey, Leaftown is Canada. Did Canada go on daylight saving time today too? Hi, Brian. Oh, great. Charles, how are you? Good. Thanks, Brian. It's always good to know when things are working. God, my cup, I getting the patia set up. Hey, Steve. Most of the different provinces have different rules, and I think some of the states in the U.S. are the same way. Some have no changes. China has one time zone. A big country. They changed it in 1999, I think, when Hong Kong ceased. It was 1999 or 1990, I think, when Hong Kong ceased to be a British colony and became part of China, which it probably shouldn't be. Ah, I'm going to be meeting one of your countrymen tomorrow, Leaftown, a guy he's got a little uh, watch company up in Canada, and he's going down to Washington D.C. for something, and he wanted to know if he could meet up with me. And so Fernando and I are going to try to catch him tomorrow. We'll see. Hi, Brian. How you doing, man? We got two Brians. Okay. Now that we have both Brians here, we can get started. Um, the first thing I want to talk about is there is ever a wanting to blow up at something. I got an invoice from Comblemine. It was for Candron. It's a dial, um, and it was for 1,003 1,103 Swiss francs. Okay, and my immediate thing was to, write something nasty. But then I realized is that the person who sent it was sort of this some woman who probably worked for him as bookkeeper or something. I don't know what it was, but I just wanted. I said what I was going to do. I think I will do too. I'm going to total up the extra amount they cost us. Um, and one of the things when we had to have them redone, all of the dials on the watches that had been done had to be redone, and each one of those was 150 Swiss francs. And so we're talking about 150,000 Swiss francs. And I'm going to tell her, I say, look, not to mention the shipping, we had to ship a bunch of them back. I'm going to total them all up, and so be glad to send you pay for the invoice. Please pay this one, for about 200,000 Swiss francs. It's just like, and then they had I don't know what they're doing, or what they think they're doing, or what they think they can get away with doing. But it's just, oh my God, it's sort of the is the creature from the Black Lagoon would make a better roommate than what's going on with him. So anyway, that's, I hate to start off on a sour note because last time everything was going really well. I'll send them a nice letter and explain things and tell them that, but we would appreciate them not doing that again. I'll be nice about it. I don't know. Any comments or ideas besides just when I mentioned it to Brian earlier this week, he said his day was going pretty good. He needed some bad news. Oh, yeah, I know, man. God, kicking you while you're down. Okay, so that's that. It just sort of it'll go on and go on. So the thing is, I just keep pushing and pushing, and they'll get my usual Monday morning letter. The second thing, now there's good news, is Lyrique Society Cooperative, because of a whole lot of work that Dominic did, we're finally at the point where we had the papers. And Dominic sent me the papers, and I printed them out. This was sort of an aside to that thing. I went to print out the papers that Dominic sent me, because the idea was I'll print them out, make 2 copies of them, and then sign them, and then send them on to the next guy, and then that'll go around until everybody has signed it. Easy peasy. Well, it turns out that they were made for A4 size paper, and I thought, well, A4 is I've known of before, that's A4 is fairly common. And so turns out that this local Staples didn't have it. This place in town called the Paper Store didn't have them. And of course, they offered to order them for me. Well, we're sort of in a hurry. I was finally get them. It was really funny because I ordered them overnight from Amazon because I'm a Prime member. They sent it overnight. They got here about 4 a.m. with my A4s, and by before noon, I was able to get them into UPS and off to Donald. And Donald just indicated that he just sent them to Nigel. So they're going through all the people, and we all have to sign them. And so that's a good thing, I guess. Once they're all back there, it's a done deal. And so I think that's a good thing. Any comments? Pretty soon we'll have the Lyrique Society Cooperative, then we'll have the banking, and we'll be in great shape. I don't know what more to say about it. Any questions on it or anything? Oh, I know one thing. I keep getting asked, is it too late to join as a founding member? Until we got that thing signed, sealed, and delivered, it's open to be a founding member. After that, then no more founding members. Because I think we had to have 7, and just to make it manageable, we finally got it. Oh yeah, to make it interesting too, a war started. So one of the guys signing it is Caesar Roca, and Caesar was in, I think he's in Dubai. And so he said there was 12 hours before the war started. Fortunately, he's got a place in Bali. And so he was out of harm's way, which was a good thing. And now but trying to figure out when he's going to be back. He said he's coming back to Dubai today. So as long as it's safe, that'd be great. I hope he gets back okay. But hey, this is part of it. I just, in talking with Caesar, I decided what it was is the whole thing started when Comblamine screwed up our dials. Putin invades Ukraine. Trump puts a tariff on everything. It's just everything started with that. And so all the problems in the world right now, we can trace right back to Comblamine. Okay. Oh yeah, Rob. Yeah, where is Rob? I sent Rob a notice. I always send Rob an extra notice, just so one less thing for him to look up. Okay, our finances. The latest I heard from Rob, this is on Air Zoulou. There's another one on Air Soutance, but we're just talking about Air Zoulou here. There's still 26 who haven't sent in the fourth transfer of $2,100. That's a total of $54,600, or 42,330 Swiss francs. When it comes time to shipping, if that 26, if we don't have the payments, they don't get a watch because we won't have the money to ship it with. So I'm hoping that, I know that Donald and Nigel and Benny have been bugging them about it, but it's getting very close to the end. We have some expenses to finish up with AB Products, with Geneve Cardans, our dial maker, possibly some more with Jean Rousseau, the band maker. There was one that Rob sent us that was a paid for one band. I wasn't sure what that was for. It was to Jean Rousseau, but anyway, that was there. The picture that I had on the banner today, for some reason, Nicholas decided to send pictures of the machinery that makes the Geneva waves on the back of the base of the movement. So that's sort of nice to know. Hello, Michael. Oh, you're in Paris. Cool. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, that's would I love to go there. You can stay at the Ritz and have all of these great jewelers and companies right there, and plot a what is it? Vendôme, Planet Vendôme. Okay. All right. That's where we are right now. It seems that Air Zoulou is moving right along, and other than we're gonna have to lean on the people who haven't paid yet. I'll send Ben. They're on a different time zone. They can really it's really late at night there, but I'll see if I can send a reminder. Hi, Scott. Any questions about anything? Anything we need to look into, or anything that we need to do? I tell you, I've got nothing else today other than the only to-do thing I have would be to write Combe the Mine, and it was sort of like, are you guys nuts? I'll be nice about it. Anything else at all? Okay, well, Nigel and Don, I guess you need some. Please inform those who haven't sent in their fourth payment that they can't expect to get their watch until they do, or get it at all. And if they don't have it in pretty soon, I'm going to take it and I'm going to sell it and and go to Paris with Michael. But it is time for them to get moving on this thing. I am really excited about this. I think this watch is going to be so great. I know we discussed in the past about ordering a second strap. Please refresh the steps. Leaf Town, I tell you what, the right now we have them in 3 groups, the small, medium, and large. Okay, most of the people are in the medium-sized strap. I contacted the people in New York, and I asked them, I said, uh, "Could we get extra straps?" And they said, "Sure, just, let us know what you want, and we can do it." I guess there's probably some code number that they'll have to get. I'm not sure, um, not sure how that's let me talk to, Matthew. They've been sending them, the straps, and as Michael just told us, they're made in their shop, in France, possibly in Paris. Um, but they also have a store here, and I was thinking that would be the best place for the US and Canada. At least it's the closest. Maybe there's a better trade relationship with Paris or Mars right now. Um, but yeah, that's something that we should be able to do. These are unique straps too. This, unlike our other straps, the ostrich strap and plain leather strap that we had on our first two. The plain leather strap was great. I just went and through Jean Rousseau and got a gator strap, and the same with this other one. I put on a Ming bracelet, so it just doesn't seem like it's gonna be that much of a problem getting other ones, but it would help to know the, number. See, one of the things I'm not sure about, and from what I know, usually, there'll be a different number for small, medium, and large straps. Um, so that's something, we'll get some kind of strap number and then say, and then give them medium, small, or large, whatever we want on that. Aha, on the invoice. We have the invoice. Let me hang on, just give me a second, I'll look right now and see if we have that invoice from, let's see. Mhm. I got so many invoices here, most of them just say Lyrique on the outside, so I'll contact, Matthew and get it, or afterwards, when I have a little more time, I'll see if I can, look up the invoice number on that. That's a good idea, though, Michael. Check the invoice. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, I love, Vacheron Constantin watches, but I have run into some of the last person when I was in New York, not long ago, I had my, Mercator with me, and I wanted to find out about service on it, and the gal that I ran into was just fabulous, just great. She real smart one, but in the past, I've run into some Vacheron Constantin people working there that were clueless. This one woman corrected me when I said, deployant. She said deployment. I said it's deployant, but I didn't, you don't argue with people that that are supposed to know everything. That's funny. A clueless person at Visceral Content 10. Sometimes you get them. I've seen a number of people posting pictures of the, Etude number 2. They look great. I mean, once we go through all of this hellish drama that Comblamine put us through, we do end up with a really good-looking watch. Um, I just wish we didn't have to go through so much. I mean, there was a point where I just resented the watch because it wasn't the watch's fault, but they're really nice watches. Yeah, those are neat, and thanks, Michael, for posting that. Anyway, anything else, guys, that you need? Okay, well, if something comes up, you can drop me an email or on our Air Zulu site. You can bring up a query if you want or anything else, and I'll try to find out the number of the on the band for all of us. Actually, it's a good idea. Not just, and I'll have a special one for Leaf Town. Okay, guys, take care. Have a great rest of the day. And just as another reminder, daylight saving time in the US, but not in Europe.